Hello everyone, welcome to Lag Gremlins. Today we're playing Love and Fool's Gold. I've seen this game advertised on Instagram actually.
Who is the baddie on the right?
I have no clue, but I'm hoping she could be one of the romance options. And we could pick our appearance. Let's go with option A.
Jolie.
I think I get the reference. Wait, what's option B name choices? Sterling and Casey. Okay, so Casey is like the gender neutral name. Okay, let's go with option A and let's be Jolene.
Lifetime irresponsibility pursuit has at last left my body free. Indeed, my time is near. I can feel it when it comes. I will embrace those cold hands. I will welcome their mercy as they absorb something of my terrible work. What comfort monitor that I may escape this cruel deserted record with magnificent injustice.
I see something.
Instead, my legacy will outlast my body and brain, and long after they grow cold, the internal flame will ask the question, was it worth it?
Hmm.
And silence will answer, forgive me.
Cortez Creek.
Oh, they speak.
Oh, that's good.
The town looms before you in the distance, shimmering in the dry summer heat like a mirage. You've ridden 5 days straight, chasing nothing but the promise of wealth. They said the bounty was big, bigger than anything you'd seen before. Little Louis Shepherd, they call him. Not much of a name for someone worth that kind of gold. But then again, this is Cortez Creek, a place where they say gold flows from its mountains like water. The place where fortunes are made. And boy, do you need that fortune. Your horse whinnies beneath you, his coat slick with sweat. You pat his neck apologetically.
Not long to go now, boy. You've done good.
Our characters speak as well. I was not expecting that.
No, I wasn't expecting that.
The poor thing deserves a break. You both do.
Well, it just said we need a break, so let's not keep riding.
Look at your purse. Look at the time.
I know, where are we before we get comfortable?
You squint into the distance, just able to make out the shape of Cortez Creek.
I can definitely make out shapes.
The town has a rare reputation of experiencing not one, but two gold rushes. Its first is said to have taken place in the 1840s, where the gold was harvested right from the creek that gave the town its name. But now, you hear it's enjoying a second gold rush, unprecedented levels of gold, being mined straight out of the mountainside. That kind of wealth probably explains the size of the bounty on little Louis.
Get the wanted poster.
Little Louis Shepherd. Wanted for so many crimes, I couldn't even list them all on the poster.
How did one guy commit all those offenses?
Captured dead like PCs for murder, armed robbery, arson, kidnapping, graffiti, federal, I don't know what that is, but he did extortion and more.
Must be some kind of mastermind. You never even heard of the guy.
Look at the purse.
You glance at your purse, pulling it open just enough to peer inside. Pathetically empty. Barely enough to last a week, at a stretch. It's been a rough few months, truth be told. Every bounty you've chased lately seems to get snatched up before you can even draw your gun. That's why you rode all the way out here, for the bounty on little Louis Shepherd. And this time, you need to be the one who collects.
I think we can catch him. Now let's keep riding.
You decide to keep riding. You dig your heels into your horse, urging him forward. It's the last stretch now. No more time to waste.
All right, Cortez Creek. Let's see what you got for me.
Fool's gold.
Hey, 1871.
Not 1918.
Your horse trots into town, his hooves kicking up little clouds of dust with each step.
So this is Cortez Creek, huh? For a so-called wealthy town, it's...
Disappointing. I see blood over there.
Yeah, I see some blood.
This place is a dump.
Look, the eyes even move.
A pair of drunk men stagger out through the swinging doors of a saloon.
It's all that blood on the nose.
I guess someone got drunk and had a
Red
brawl.
graffiti is scrawled on the side of a house, half scrubbed away.
That
and
was
stained.
red graffiti.
Everything reeks of whiskey, dirt, and sweat. You reach the stables by the side of the town and climb down from your horse.
I don't see anyone.
I should see a horse. Let's not call out like that. The character actually blinked too. Let's look
You
around.
glance around for a stable hand, but there doesn't seem to be anyone here. You settle for tying into a hitching post a little down the street.
This'll have to do for now.
Your horse whinnies, tossing his head impatiently and scuffing his hooves against the dusty ground. He's just as hungry as you are.
I know. Let's get you something to eat.
Food and water does sound good round about now, but you know you ought to swing by the sheriff's office to get the latest on the bounty.
Get food or visit the sheriff's office.
And let's go visit the sheriff's office.
True, food can always
start by
be
checking
there.
in at the sheriff's office to get the latest on little Louis' whereabouts. That's the only reason I'm here, after all.
Before you reach the end of the street, a woman catches your eye, pressing a paper against the
Is
door,
it
struggling
the
to
woman
pen to
that
the
we
board.
seen on the menu?
You catch a glimpse of the words at the top of the poster, missing person. Sensing your presence, she turns abruptly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
didn't see
it's far from that.
It's a woman. It's a scared looking woman, actually. She looked nothing like
Her
a
eyes
bounty
are
hunter.
red and swollen.
Is everything all right?
She glances at the poster, then back to you, her lips trembling.
What's on the poster?
My husband, he went missing weeks ago. He was supposed to come back after a trip out to the mines, but, well, he never came home.
Did he work at the
Did
mines?
he work at the mines?
Yes, he's not the strongest of men, but it was good pay. Very good pay. Better than he's ever been able to make before. He took the job for me and our daughter so he could provide a good life for us. But now he's gone.
He gone.
Her face crumples. It looks like she's about to cry again.
Let me guess, I got more work to do?
Did you ask the sheriff?
Have you asked the sheriff?
Yes, Sheriff Hargreave was the first person I spoke to. He's a good man, the sheriff. Said he'd do his best to find out what happened to my husband and bring him back to me, but
The woman cast her gaze down as tears began to collect in her eyes.
they found nothing. They said it's likely he just ran away. But I know him. He'd never do that to me, to our little girl. All I can do is put up these posters and hope that someone might recognize him and have some answers. But someone keeps taking my posters down and...
She looks up at you, sheepishly.
Please, I don't like to ask, but I don't have much. And well, without my husband, I don't know how we're going to survive. Would you be able to spare any money?
No, I'm here because I'm broke too.
These bad man.
I'm sorry about your husband, but I'm just same as both with you.
You instinctively feel for your purse, and it's painfully light.
Oh,
Refuse politely.
lady, I'm broke. The reason I'm here is to get a bounty.
I'm not a charity, ma'am. I'm short on cash as it is.
That's not politely. That had a bit of sass.
She winces at your words, her eyes filling with tears again.
I understand. It's not just me who's been struggling. These are tough times.
She turns back to the wall, straightening out the edges of the poster with shaking hands. Maybe that came out a little harsher than you intended.
Yeah, it did.
But it's true. You simply don't have the money to spare. Not yet. You turn the corner and find yourself in the heart of Cortez Creek, the town square. The sheriff's office stands at the center, but your attention snaps to the noisy crowd gathered outside.
A crowd? This doesn't look promising.
What happened?
All right, settle down now. Settle down. You step closer, spotting a man on the porch addressing the crowd. He must be Sheriff Hargreave.
I know y'all want answers, and you'll get them. Just hold your peace for a spell.
What's going on here?
You push through the crowd, but it's packed tight. Over someone's shoulder, you catch a glimpse of a ranger pulling down a wanted poster. You strain for a better look, and to your dismay, it's a poster of little Louie.
I can confirm that as of noon today, the blight known as Little Louie has been caught.
Dang it. Well, back to another.
Well, shit.
This capture finally puts an end to the series of criminal activity that has been plaguing our good town of Cortez Creek for some time now. Little Louie has confessed to all of his crimes. And now, God will pass judgment on him for his sins. Judgment that will be carried out at dusk in this town square on this very day.
Crowd cheers once again. Dejection settles in the pit of your stomach.
Little Louie is caught. The bounty is gone.
See, that's why we couldn't spare that woman any cash. Because they were like, oh, I'm going to get the bounty money. And I gave her that money. Nope.
Now what?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a busy man, and I have a hanging to prepare for.
The hang.
Remember back in the 1800s?
The sheriff goes back inside, followed by his rangers and the stripped-off wanted posters. You stand rooted to the ground. You really needed that bounty. The two men in front of you shrug as they turn to walk away.
I didn't hear the sheriff announce who called him.
Mm.
He didn't say, but if I had to guess, I'd bet my boots it was that wildfire again.
Wildfire?
That's about wildfire.
Excuse me, what do you mean by wildfire?
You ain't heard of wildfire. What? You been living in a prairie dog hole for the past year?
The man shoved past you, laughing.
Well then, that was a warm welcome.
They ran past me.
You stand still as the crowd thins, leaving you alone outside the sheriff's office.
I think we need to get out this time.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
I don't know, but I think we need to get out this time. That sheriff up there.
He hanging people.
He hanging people. I think we need to get out this time.
This town has been unwelcoming since the moment you set foot on its dirt.
I think we need to get out this time.
It's filthy, harsh, unpleasant in every sense of the word, and full of people who seem either aggressive or weighted down by some personal tragedy. You tilt your hat lower over your face, scowling. If it were up to you, you'd head straight back on the road, far away from this rat-infested town, in search of your next bounty. But you don't even know who or where that might be.
So it's stuck.
For a crime-ridden town like Cortez Creek, surely there's a few crooked characters with bounties on their head, right? Your stomach grumbles, snapping you out of your thoughts.
Maybe still you get food.
That's right. All this bad news almost made me forget how hungry I am. I better get something to eat before I pass out.
You find your way to the general store and grab the first big loaf of bread you lay your eyes upon.
What if we would have got food first? It's the whole reason I went to the sheriff's. I thought I can get that first.
Could I interest you with some carrots? Dug up fresh this morning.
I guess for the horse?
Yeah.
But how much money do we have?
After everything your horse has endured, a handful of carrots feels like a well-earned treat.
Bread and carrots. Let's see, that's 25 cents in total.
You know, how much do we have?
You pat your pockets, frowning. That loose change was there earlier, wasn't it?
What? Who stole?
Did some coins fall out when you dismounted, or did someone lift it off you?
Someone stole it.
Surely not.
It was those guys that was at the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
You missing something? Yeah, I can tell by the look on your face. Bless your heart, you must be new here. Best be careful in Cortez Creek. There's a lot of crooks about. The thieving type.
Thanks for the tip.
At least you still have your purse. You take out the money and pay the shopkeeper.
You take care of yourself now, and keep an eye on them thieves.
Thieves.
The only thing we could afford was the carrot.
Hell, I left my horse tied up this whole time.
Did it take that too?
I better check on him. I hope I'm not too late.
The streets grow quieter as you approach the hitching post, a sense of unease prickling at the base of your neck. Your horse comes into view, but he doesn't seem to be alone.
Someone gonna take the horse.
A broad-shouldered man stands by the hitching post, his hands working the reins. You stop in your tracks. It's just what you feared. Someone is trying to steal your horse.
We got a gun or like a revolver or something? Approach calmly or yell them to back off?
Back off.
I mean, we seemed calm, we didn't sound too calm, so.
Hey you, back away from my horse.
The shouting startles the horse, who rears up with a whinny, bumping into the man and nearly knocking his hat off.
That's one of the guys on the cover. What were you doing? Still.
Serves you right for acting so darn suspicious.
My apologies, partner. You're right. I didn't mean to alarm you.
Tom.
Care to tell me what you're doing with my horse?
You shift your glare to his hands and realize he's only feeding your horse some hay. You feel a mite bit sheepish.
I just noticed this remarkable fellow looked rather hungry, so I gave him something to eat. I hope you don't mind. I take it he's yours. What's his name?
No clue.
I guess tell him. Okay, we get the name.
We got Ace, Commodore, or Zephyr.
I guess Zephyr.
Is that so? Well, it's a fine name for a fine horse. Pardon my forwardness, but if you're planning on staying the night, you might want to consider moving him to the livery stables. Cortez Creek, it's not the safest place after dark. We've had some trouble with horse thieves around here lately.
Yeah, look like he got a skull and a
And
back.
I'd hate to see a horse here fall into the wrong hands.
He pauses, glancing at your horse with a genuine look of concern.
I don't think
Livery secure,
maybe
and I'll make sure he's
Tom
well
is
looked
that
after.
bad.
You have my word.
Don't be civil.
Don't be civil, be civil.
Let's just be civil
Please
for
do.
now.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Nothing really ain't
You
happening
walk
yet.
with the man as he leads your horse to the stables, a short distance away.
Here we are.
How much for one night's boarding?
It's a quarter.
You hand him the money.
Much obliged. Oh, and I'm Tom, by the way. Tom Porter.
Alright, saw Tom. I guess a handshake?
I guess so.
He smiles and gives your extended hand a shake, his grip firm and calloused.
Okay, so we don't say the name.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet
because
you.
your name
You
can
knew
be
Cortez
something,
Creek, aren't you?
anything.
Let me guess. You're a bounty hunter here on business.
Huh? How could you tell?
You just seem the type, that's all.
Whatever that means. I came here for the bounty on little Louis Shepherd, but looks like I'm a little late to the rodeo.
Oh? How's that?
The sheriff just announced that he's already been caught.
Is that so?
He looks straight down at his hands as he adjusts your horse's reins. He doesn't look particularly moved by the news.
So, have you always lived in Cortez Creek?
Yep, Cortez, born and raised. It's a beautiful place. At least it was until things got a
More
little
scenery.
rough around the edges in recent years.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, it's not too often a town gets a second gold rush. That amount of wealth attracts a great deal of prospectors, traders, general wealthy folk. But unfortunately for Cortez Creek, these sort of people also draw a considerable number of undesirables, people looking for trouble.
He glances away, looking uneasy.
Let's just leave it.
Well, I better find some place to stay for the night. Thanks for looking out for my horse.
It's my pleasure.
Are you gonna watch the hanging tonight?
Oh no, I've seen enough hangings in my time. Don't have the stomach for it anymore.
Ah, and I almost forgot.
You take the carrots out of your bag.
I bought these earlier. Feel free to share them up between the horses.
That's very kind of you. I'll be sure to do that.
See you around, Tom.
You take care.
Jolene.
You retrace your steps to the town square and find a hotel on one of the side streets.
Can we even afford it? We lacking money. We gave 20 cents for the carrots, a quarter for Horace, how much this whole motel gonna be very cheap?
A man stands outside the entrance,
I
shooing
don't
away
trust
some rats with a broom. He looks up and smiles at you.
Howdy, traveler. You look like you could do with the rest. Can I do you for a room?
What did he just say?
What did he say? Come in on the rats.
He raises an eyebrow at the broom in his hands.
Will I be sharing a room with these rats?
Ha! Not if I can help it. I've gotten pretty handy with this broom.
He opens the door for you and gestures inside, a proud smile on his face.
I dare say you came here at just the right moment. We're awfully busy here at the best of times. But what with the hanging of that valiant brute, Little Louie, tonight, bringing all the looky-loos from yonder county, we're expecting to be fully booked up once the crowds get here.
Is that like the only entertainment they have? Is it hanging?
Horrid little man, that Little Louie. Glad he's getting what he deserves.
Did you know him?
Not personally, no, but one hears what folks say about him. Anyway, it's just one night you'll be staying. That correct?
Yes. I'll be leaving come sunup. And not a moment later.
A pity. Well, I'll give you room 13. It's a quiet room, perfect for your early morning start. Mind you, you're not superstitious, are you?
Yes, but for the sake of this, no.
No, I'm not.
That's just as well. Our other available room has a bit of a blood-stain problem, you understand?
You just give me room 13.
And why we get 13?
That'll be $1.
And why I'm making that face like she making the face?
I know, I'm looking just like that at this suspicious Wilbert.
You reach for your purse. Every coin you part with reminds you painfully of the bounty that you failed to collect. And have missed it so narrowly after days on the road.
I think we out of money.
You stifle a yawn with the back of your hand.
This is the last
Plan on
bit
catching
of
a
money.
bit of shut-eye before the hanging. I can certainly be around to wake you up when the crowds begin to gather.
That won't be necessary. I'll stay awake.
Well, I'll give your door a knock just in case.
You scoff at the knowing look he gives you.
Sure.
The man cheerfully shows you to your room. To your relief, there's not a blood stain or rat in sight. But you pause as a peculiar scent drifts across the room towards you. On the bedside table, you spot a bunch of sticks in a jar. Their tips glow amber, emitting an aromatic smoke of cedar wood and saffron. The scent is strong.
The sin is strong.
It's in it strong. I guess remove it
I don't know. I think that's keeping the rats away.
and then leave it.
At least it smells better than the stench of this town. I'll leave it burning for now.
The mere sight of your bed makes your legs feel weak with fatigue. You flop down onto the covers.
Why we had to sit in the
After all,
room there
your
today?
horse is resting safely and
'Cause I
safe
think
under
that's
the
important.
kind watch of Tom. So it's only fair that you get some respite also, right?
The sin is strong.
Strong out there. That is one Western voice. What is that?
I don't know.
Road darkens before you. Which way do you choose?
We're gonna have to go somewhere.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Blood on the ground. Is it yours?
I don't think so.
No.
The knock awakens you with a start, disturbing your deep sleep and washing away any lingering images.
What was that?
I have no idea.
You hear the familiar booming voice of the hotel owner outside your door.
Crowd's starting to gather.
I just
You
want to
best get
sleep.
down there to secure a good spot.
I don't care about seeing
You
a
head down
hanging.
to the town square, where a large crowd is already forming near the hanging platform. The place is heaving with excitement and grim anticipation. The sheriff steps out of his building and makes his way up the platform, 2 men following behind. Jeers erupt from the crowd at the sight of the small man who has been gagged, and the sheriff hushes them before beginning to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, good people of Cortez County, we are gathered here this evening to witness the final and definitive serving of justice to one heinous individual who has for many months been a tremendous blight on our beautiful town of Cortez Creek. I am of course referring to one Louis Amos Theodore Shepard, known in these parts as Little Louis.
There's a ghost of a smile on the sheriff's face. He seems to be enjoying the spectacle.
All too well.
His capture is a triumph for the cooperation of bounty hunters, benefactors, and law enforcement alike, and I, Sheriff Philip Hargreaves, am honored to stand before you to deliver this justice.
There are more cheers of approval from the crowd. The sheriff is clearly popular with the townsfolk.
At least the hanging is.
You look over at little Louis as Sheriff Hargreave continues his speech. He has painful-looking bruises across his face, suggesting he suffered through a beating or interrogation of some kind.
The man standing before us has been found guilty by the Cortez County Court of Justice for committing the following crimes over a 2-year time frame.
He did all that in 2 years? Yeah, Lil Lou was bad. Horrible.
11 counts of murder, 8 counts of armed robbery, 4 counts of arson, 7 counts of criminal graffiti and unlawful fear-mongering,
11 counts of murder, 8 counts of armed robbery, 4 counts of arson,
kidnap, perjury, bigamy, perverting the course of justice, extortion.
Little Louis shakes his head desperately as the long list of charges is read out, earning him a kick in the back of the legs by the ranger. A woman in front of you turns to her friend.
You mean that one little fella did all those detestable things?
Or did he really?
Wicked man.
As you cast your eyes over the crowd before you, they land on a particular figure. A man, dressed in dark clothes, standing on the outskirts of the crowd.
Who's that?
Unlike the rest of the spectators, his face is turned to the crowd rather than the gallows.
I don't know who is that.
Is that who got Lil Louis?
You're not sure what exactly it is, but something about this guy looks like bad news. The sheriff reaches the end of little Louis's extensive list of crimes, and the crowd goes silent in anticipation. A noose is lowered around little Louis's neck, followed by a bag, masking his panicked eyes for the last time. A sense of unexplained dread fills your body, and a feeling in your gut sinks like a stone.
I got a feeling something ain't right.
We gonna watch the hanging or leave the hanging?
I guess we watched the hanging. I don't know.
I don't know. Can we watch the hang? I need a man literally getting hang. Can you two young say you see this hang?
We have the power of editing.
I don't know.
I feel like the people would want to see a hanging, but let's leave.
I don't know. What you think?
I want to know who that mask guy was, and I want to talk to him more.
And then I said she gotta stay elite.
Because he at the outskirts, though. I guess maybe to talk to him we leave?
I don't want to see this.
You push your way out of the crowd towards the dusty side streets. This wasn't your first hanging, but for reasons you can't quite place, something about it just feels a little off. As you make your way out of the town square, you hear a loud creak as the lever is pulled and the trapdoor collapses, followed by shouts of mockery and malice from the crowd.
No wonder Tom doesn't stick around for these things anymore.
You feel lightheaded as you stumble down an alley, leaning against the wall to steady yourself. You close your eyes and take a deep breath. The smell of rich chemicals fills your nostrils, and you open an eye to see red paint sprawled on the wall in front of you.
That was in our dream.
You walk up and touch the paint with your fingers.
What the hell is this? Is this paint or blood?
It's wet, still weeping in the early evening heat. You frown as you look down at the red on your fingers, and then you freeze as you hear the click of a gun from behind you.
Whoop. Maybe you should have stayed.
The air feels cold and still.
Hands above your head. Turn around. Slowly.
Let's not do that.
Slowly reach where you get.
I think that's a bad idea. Just turn around.
You do as the voice says, and raise your hands, slowly turning around. As you slowly turn around, you come face to face with a man wearing dark clothes and a black hat. It's that suspicious-looking man you saw in the crowd.
So far, we've seen two people on the main menu.
He has an icy, uneasy aura about him.
What do you know?
It's not a question.
What?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
He gestures his gun towards your paint-stained fingers.
Then explain this.
You can't help but notice the man has an English accent, ironically, making him seem even more like an outsider to this town than you.
He's British.
The graffiti? I have no idea. I promise. I just found it.
Your bag. Give it to me, slowly.
With his gun in your face, you really have no choice, so you carefully hand him your bag.
There's nothing in there.
He crouches down and searches through it with one hand, presumably looking for the incriminating red paint. His other hand continues to hold the gun steadily at your face.
Maybe when he finds I don't have any paint, he'll let me go. But right now he's distracted. This could be my chance to shoot him first and hand him in.
Let's not.
It's not time to shoot him first.
Because I don't even know if this man done anything wrong. That could just lead us to jail.
He looked like a criminal. And I don't think he's gonna shoot him.
Sure enough, he finishes rummaging through your bag, finding nothing that could have been responsible for writing the graffiti.
Fine.
Yeah, he an outlaw.
They ain't should have shot him.
He tosses the bag back to you, and it lands unceremoniously at your feet. You scramble to pick it up.
What do you know about little Louis?
Nothing.
The criminal?
He narrows his eyes, waiting for you to continue.
I guess describe him, since everybody know what he did.
Well, I know he's little. That's why they call him Little Louie, I guess.
Great description there, Jolene.
It seems a rather fitting name.
Is that a joke?
I think so.
No?
No.
What I mean to say is, I don't know anything. Just that he was a wanted man.
Then what are you doing in Cortez Creek?
I saw there was a bounty in his name, so I came to this town in hope of catching him. As soon as I arrived, I found out he'd already been caught. Some wildfire got to him first. That's all I know. I promise.
A few moments pass, and then the man seems to relax. He places his gun back in his holster, all the while not taking his eyes off you.
I can tell that you're not from around here. You wear it on you like a brand.
You shuffle your feet nervously under his exacting gaze.
This man sounds like he would be bad.
Heed my warning. Don't get involved in business that doesn't concern you.
Is that helpful advice? Or a threat?
He glares at you, almost like he can read your thoughts.
I have no interest in helping you. I simply expect you to stay out of my way.
Can I just know your name instead of outlaw?
What's your name?
He scowls.
That's not really relevant, is it?
He sounds not good. Like something he's up.
His eyes shift to the space behind you, and you realize that the commotion from the town square has died down, replaced with steadily approaching chatter. People will be returning to their houses and hotels any moment now. You twist to look over your shoulder and see people beginning to fill the streets. When you turn back around, the outlaw is gone.
Well, there goes my chance at getting his bounty. But who was that guy? And what was he implying about little Louis?
That's the only thing you're worried about?
The encounter with the outlaw may have been fruitless, but it certainly helped you work up an appetite. After recollecting your bearings, you find a building adorned with a large sign above the entrance. Randy's Saloon.
It better be cheap.
Well, this'll do.
The saloon doors creak shut behind you, and you're greeted with a rush of smoke, chatter, and lively piano music. You spot a few empty tables at the far end of the saloon, a perfect place for a quiet, private dinner before retiring to your room.
Is that supposed to be a skull?
It looked like the thing that's being graffiti.
A good night's sleep, and you'll be up at dawn, ready to leave this sewer pit of a town and figure out a new plan for making some money. You approach the man behind the bar. He gives you a toothy grin.
Welcome to Randy's Saloon.
More so
I'm Randy.
Oh, okay. That blank, he blank with one eye at a time.
Oh.
Ladies, I have no idea what.
Nice to meet you, Randy.
May I get a fine individual such as yourself anything to drink?
Water. Coming from you.
Whiskey. And can I get something to eat with that?
Sure, we got Randy's famous buffalo stew.
You look around at the nearby tables and see people spooning a miserable-looking gray slop into their mouths.
Well, let's not get the stew.
What else we got?
Ask for
Do you
some.
have anything else?
Nope.
Should know.
Fine. Buffalo stew it is.
Randy's toothy grin widens, revealing a number of missing teeth.
Yeah.
It'll just take a moment if you want to take a seat at the bar.
Bar. I was expecting bar. Especially since we're western, not southern. We're out west.
Aye.
What?
That's one more order for Randy's famous buffalo stew. Burley Hank.
You know, I kind of like Randy.
You rest your arms on the bar counter before quickly realizing that was a bad idea. It's sticky and probably hasn't been wiped down in months, if not years.
Well then, traveler. What brings you to Cortez Creek?
Randy, do you really need to know? I mean, you're blinking with one eye. I don't think Randy needs to know. I mean, we've already told enough people as is.
I'm a snake oil peddler looking to flog my wares. Are you currently suffering from any ailments?
Me, why no? I'm in tip-top condition, but you'll fit right in with the other snake oil salesmen we got here.
He places your drink on the bar counter in front of you.
Anyway, I figured you were either here for the hanging or the gold. Or perhaps you're just one of those outlaw types that this fine town seems to attract, which is absolutely tip-top A-OK, don't get me wrong. All are welcome in Randy's saloon, you see, me being Randy.
Is he supposed to be that guy off Borderline?
Which one?
The one that fits the code.
Scooter.
Yeah.
You glance towards the swinging door of the kitchen.
Hell, this guy's insufferable. How long does it take to serve up some gray slop?
Did you catch the hanging?
What?
No, I didn't.
I missed it myself. I had to keep the doors of Randy's saloon open, you understand? Just as well, really. That little Louie fella used to drink here a few times. Wouldn't have felt right to watch him go. Not like that, in front of everyone.
A look of melancholy flashes across Randy's face suddenly.
Really changed.
You knew him?
Sure did. Small little guy, that little Louie. I knew he could be a sneaky son of a gun when he wanted to be, but I couldn't have guessed the extent of what he got up to. He was dull as dishwater.
Dull as dishwater?
You know, a couple bullets shy of full chamber. Not very bright. What I mean is, I never took that little Louie for quite the villain he turned out to be. Played us all for a fool, I imagine.
I see.
I dare say I'm glad he was caught, God rest his soul. Hopefully now with him gone, this town will settle down a bit. Heck knows we need it. And if anyone was gonna catch the varmint, it would have to be Wildfire, of course.
Who's Wildfire? We've been hearing this name a lot.
Wildfire again? Can you tell me about Wildfire?
Randy looks at you in puzzlement.
You're telling me you don't know who Wildfire is? Well, Wildfire's the fiercest bounty hunter this side of Mississippi. Yes, sirree.
Oh, so he is in the South.
We in Mississippi.
That explains the hang.
Can shoot a man down in the blink of an eye. And speaking of eyes, that Wildfire has a gaze as cold as ice.
Randy shudders and stares off
I don't
into
need
the
to see it that
distance,
close.
as if he can feel Wildfire's gaze on him now.
As cold as ice? Maybe that mysterious outlaw I encountered earlier was Wildfire all along.
Yeah.
Before you can ask anything more, a man comes from the swinging kitchen door and places a bowl of what can only be described as slop on the bar.
It's
And
gray.
here's your Randy's famous buffalo stew.
Okay.
It's gray. What's in it? What kind of buffalo? Like chicken buffalo or real buffalo?
You enjoy that now, and make sure to eat it while it's popping hot. Brings out the flavor that way.
It's just as gray and sad looking up close, but by this point, you're starving, so you're not about to complain. You pay, Randy, take the stew and your drink, and walk to a table on the opposite side of the saloon, far away from Randy and his unsettling face. As you settle into your seat, you can't help but feel like you're being watched. You glance around the saloon, your eyes scanning the smoky room for any signs of the mysterious outlaw.
There she is.
Only to catch sight of a
Oh,
woman
I
instead.
see.
Her gaze
Right
fixed
there.
on you as she sits with her back against the wall in the far corner. The air is so dark and smoky that you struggle to make out her
Think she
face.
drinking the
But
gray
something
slop.
seems
I mean, eating the
vaguely
gray
familiar
slop.
about her.
I don't know how liquidy it looks. You probably could drink it.
Then you hear a yell, followed by the sound of a chair toppling to the floor.
What did you just say?
What did you say?
I said what I said. Maybe you ought to clean your ears out.
Shirley Man and Snug
I
Man.
didn't ask for your lip, boy. You're right near crossing a line right now.
The first man grabs a glass bottle from the table and smashes it, jutting the broken bottleneck towards the other man's neck.
Looks like I need to teach you a lesson on respecting your superiors.
I'm staying out of it. What? I'm staying out of it.
This ain't my rodeo. I'm not getting involved.
The exchange is punctuated by the squeak of wooden chair legs against the floorboards. You glance across the saloon. It's the same woman who was watching you just moments ago. There are hushed whispers from the surrounding tables.
I see a gun back there.
Didn't I just put you away 2 days ago, cabron?
Don't talk to me like that, you darn uppity bitch.
You never need to say that ever again.
How's your place? You and the rest of you bootlickers.
We in Mississippi.
So darn
Yeah.
terrified around some woman. I'll show you. There ain't nothing to be afraid of.
You watch as he reaches for the gun in his back waistband. But before he can draw, you hear a click. The honky-tonk piano falters mid-tune, and the whole saloon goes silent. You look back at the woman and see a glint of a gun held at her hip, aimed directly at the man.
Take your pathetic counterfeit silver and find some other saloon to darken. Don't make me waste a bullet on you.
After a few tense moments, the man grumbles in resignation and shuffles out of the saloon. You hear some more whispers before the tack piano starts up again. Almost immediately, the ambience is more or less returned to normal. Then, you sense a woman glancing at you,
That's
and
the
you catch
daddy
eyes as
with
she
the
puts her
head.
gun back in her holster.
Yes, it is.
In
And
that
then all
moment,
three
you remember where
characters
you
that was on the
recognize
main
her
menu.
from. But there's no way. Could it really be? Santana de la Mora, your rival from your youth.
It's our rival from my youth.
We already know this lady.
Santana? Is that you?
She raises an eyebrow, and the corner of her lips pull up in what you interpret to be a smile.
It's you.
Taking this as an invitation, You grab your untouched bowl of Randy's famous buffalo stew and your drink and head to her table.
My whiskey.
Santana barely acknowledges you as you take a seat. She just leans back in her chair as she pulls a small tin and a box of matches from her pocket, discarding her gloves. She places a cigar between her lips, strikes a match on the table, and lights it. The silence stretches, and a nervous edge creeps in. You can't help but feel like you've wasted her time by approaching her with nothing to say.
So, what do you reckon makes Randy's famous buffalo stew so famous?
Or gray.
She raises an eyebrow at your choice of question, but doesn't miss a beat.
I suppose it's famous for how universally undesired it is.
You laugh quietly, and she gives you a slight smile.
Do you live here now, in Cortez Creek? Or are you just passing through?
Oh, you know, I'm here and there.
That's not much of an answer.
And you? Just visiting to peddle your snake oil, I gather.
She heard. She heard our lie.
I don't think we should have lied. We should have told the truth.
It's Randy. Randy don't need no truth.
She raises her eyebrow in skepticism, waiting for your answer.
Can I keep going?
Oh, you overheard me talking to Randy earlier? Actually, I was only joking back there. I'm not a snake oil salesman at all.
I see. So you're just here to peddle some lies instead.
Would you tell your business in a place like this where you already almost shot a man?
That's a shame. This town has enough liars as it is.
I should have told the truth.
Relax. I'm only messing around.
Okay.
But her cold expression says differently. You wish you could melt into your chair, right here and now.
I really only came here to chase a bounty.
There we go.
What?
Which bounty was that then?
I was after that little Louis guy. Traveled a few days across the desert just for him. But someone got to him first. Some bounty hunter they call Wildfire.
Santana smirks and takes another drag from her cigar as she watches you. Fearing more awkward silence, you keep talking. Rambling, to be more precise.
I don't know. Maybe you had the same problem when you first got here. Everyone treats me like an outsider, and yet somehow they still expect me to know all the unwritten rules about this place. Like who this Wildfire guy is. Frankly, I'm sick of hearing about him. He's just another bounty hunter. He can't be that impressive.
Well, they do say that Wildfire's the best there is, but I'm not so sure.
What makes you say that?
Oh yeah? What makes you say that?
If he's as good as they say, why would he waste his time being a bounty hunter, chasing after petty criminals and lowlifes?
Take all our money.
Why not do something practical with that talent?
You frown, unsure if she meant that as an insult to you, having just announced yourself as a bounty hunter.
Yeah, we could have kept lying. That would have been fine.
But a quick glance at her face suggests she meant no offense. She's staring thoughtfully into space, her arms crossed, with one hand lightly holding the cigar at her lips. Your gaze settles on her hand. You can't help but notice her knuckles are bruised and bloody.
Huh.
All I see is a glove.
What an odd sight for someone with such delicate hands.
You're tempted to ask her what she does for a living. Most folk wouldn't expect to see a woman drinking alone in a saloon in a town like Cortez Creek, except for ladies of the night, of course. Then again, Santana never followed the rules, not even as a kid. But before you can ask, she leans forward slightly, regarding you.
This little Louis Shepherd. I presume you attended the hanging. What did you make of him?
He was little. Something felt weird. That's the
I don't
truth.
know. Something maybe seemed a little off about the whole thing.
You don't look at her directly, but you feel her eyes dart towards your face.
Off? In what way?
I don't know. I don't want to say he's not guilty. He didn't do it alone.
He didn't do it alone.
Honestly, he didn't strike me as the sort of person that could commit all those crimes by himself. Someone who did all those terrible things on their lonesome would need to be some kind of criminal mastermind.
Even though that was my first thought, I'm not going to say that.
But judging from what I've heard people say about him, little Louis was no mastermind. Which leads me to think he didn't commit those crimes by himself. Maybe his accomplice, or accomplices, are still out there.
He didn't do it alone, huh? What about his accomplices then? Why weren't they caught? And why would little Louis take the fall for them?
What's with the interrogation all of a sudden?
You remember how little Louis's face looked, all beaten and bruised as he stood on the hanging platform, like someone tried to get information out of him before his execution. Surely if there was information about accomplices, he would have spilled then, in exchange for his life.
Perhaps I'm oversimplifying it.
Santana smirks. She almost seems impressed by your reasoning. It goes silent between the two of you once again, and you let your curiosity get the better of you.
Why do you ask?
Santana just looks at you and leans
Had
back
some
into
tape.
her chair, her expression
Let's see her
impenetrable,
knuckles.
like she's assessing you. Sizing up your worth. A few moments pass and it becomes clear you're not going to get an answer. Santana certainly seems harder to read than you remember. It's difficult to put your finger on exactly how, but you get a sense that something's troubling her. Perhaps she's a bounty hunter too, and she's feeling low because she also missed out on the reward to Wildfire, just like you.
I don't think that's it.
Which would explain why she resorted to drinking away her sorrows in the shadows of Randy's saloon, just like you.
How long are you staying in Cortes Creek?
However long you are. I don't know about that. Just covered off the bat already. Just one night?
Yeah, because I think we just got enough money for one night.
Me? Just the one night. The only reason I came here was for the bounty on little Louis, but now that's no more, I'll have to seek out other pastures. Cortes Creek ain't exactly my idea of a good time. Plus, it seems like that Wildfire probably has a monopoly on just about every criminal in the area by the sounds of it.
Santana chuckles. Just as you think you've finally managed to warm her up enough to get some semblance of a conversation flowing, she stands up, knocks back the last of her drink, and places the glass back down on the table.
Shame you're not sticking around any longer. It might have been fun to put you in your place again.
Excuse me? Santana?
It might be fun to put you back in your place again. Now, what is this? What is that?
What is what?
What she mean by that?
I have no clue. But, I'm staying the night. You can do a lot in a night.
For old time's sake.
What's going on
I
here?
don't know, but maybe I should go to sleep.
Keep going.
You perk up. That was unmistakably an invitation to stick around, right?
I don't. Well, I'm broke, so you can't rob me.
But before you can reply, she glances down at your rank bowl of buffalo stew.
Yeah, I don't want that.
It's goat, by the way.
Yep. Should know.
Nearest buffalo isn't for 500 miles. That's probably what makes it so famous.
Without waiting for a response, she puts her hat on and walks away, disappearing into the smoky saloon air.
What just happened?
The memories of your youth are patchy, but even now she carries that same aura you remember, like an untamed force, capable of bending everything around her into a dazed frenzy.
What just happened?
You glance
I
down
don't
at your
want
bowl of buffalo goat stew. Your stomach growls, demanding sustenance.
And don't eat the stew.
There ain't no way I'm eating this. I'd rather starve.
You get up to leave.
Well, how is Randy's famous buffalo stew?
How would I know? I didn't touch that disgusting goat shit.
You are not the charmer there.
I like this carrots.
Randy's face drops. You can see tears collecting in his unfocused eyes. After a moment, he swallows and forces a toothy grin, but it's shaky.
I'm mighty sorry to hear that. I sure do hope you'll be up for trying it next time.
Oh, poor Randy.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, before you go, I see you got yourself acquainted. Mighty impressive, if I may say so.
Acquainted? What do you mean?
Why, acquainted with Wildfire, of course. Real good job charming her like that. I've never seen her talk that much to a single soul.
I knew it. We were talking too much.
Never mind selling snake oil. You must have been a snake charmer in your previous life.
He walks away to serve a customer at a nearby table, leaving you standing in bewilderment.
Santana? Santana is Wildfire?
And she talking about we telling a lie.
Mercifully, nights in Cortez Creek are far cooler than its days. You make your way back to the hotel, the stars above shining so brightly they cast shadows around you. You feel a bit foolish, realizing you spent an entire conversation with Santana without realizing she was Wildfire. No wonder she spent half the conversation smirking.
Why didn't she just tell me?
Well, probably because we lied about being a snake oil salesman.
But if she was Wildfire, that would make her the recipient of that massive bounty on little Louie's head.
Did I hit a nerve?
Wait.
When I said there was more of them?
So if she had all that money, why did she seem so down? And her comment at the end, she wanted you to stay longer, right? You weren't just making that up.
She wanted you to stay.
Or being delusional.
She wanted you to stay.
Yeah, she said it was a shame I wasn't staying for any longer than one night.
Shame.
And Santana's not one to mince her words.
You ponder the comment in your head, weighing your options. You didn't like Cortez Creek one bit, that's for sure. But truth be told, you like the idea of leaving town empty-handed after such a long journey even less. You might be willing to stay if there were more bounties to be collected, but the place seems overrun with competition, not least by Wildfire herself. Despite Santana's half-hearted invitation to stay, you stick with your plan. Up at dawn, saddle your horse, and ride out.
We're getting out of here quick.
You turn the corner to the last stretch of path to your hotel. The air feels heavier, quieter, almost as though... Then, out of the shadows, a dark figure steps into view.
A thief? Or the mysterious outlaw again?
No.
You instinctively reach for your gun, but then the figure holds up their hands, showing you they're unarmed.
What is this?
I won't take much of your time.
Who is
She
he?
lowers her hands and takes a step towards you.
You seek gold. You were right to come here. There's an enormous wealth of it, right beneath our very feet. If only you could see through to reach it.
Her cryptic words raise dozens of questions in your head, but all you can do is stare as she reaches out a long, sleeved arm to place something in your hand.
What is this? Well, I mean, I said it before I even read it.
What's this parcel you've just given me?
It's all I have. It will help you to find the truth and claim your gold.
It has been a long and tiresome day, and you're at your wit's end with her vague riddles. You find yourself taking a small step forward impatiently.
Look, lady, I don't have the slightest clue what you're talking about.
Why does she sound like a character from a show?
I don't know which show.
You
A
clearly have me
hotel
mistaken for somebody
show.
else. I have no link to this town, to this county.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
solving
she's
puzzles.
kind of
I
sounding
just came here for the
like
gold.
Vaggy.
Yes.
And I missed my chance, so I'm not sticking around. Find someone else for your riddles.
The woman flinches at your tone. You feel a pang of regret as she retreats by some degree.
It needs to be you because I've watched you.
Jolene.
An outsider, someone whose judgment is unclouded by loss and personal circumstance. This town needs you, whether you realize it or not. You are the only one who can uncover the truth.
You hesitate, not sure how to react to that.
I've said more than I should. I must go, and so should you. The fog is beginning to roll in.
Wait.
Hold up. Wait just one.
But your plea is left unanswered as the woman disappears back into the shadows as quickly as she came, leaving you standing alone in the street. What did she mean by an enormous wealth right below our feet? Was it literal? You tap your heel against the dirt, half expecting a hollow echo, but it's just solid ground. You're aware the gold mine up in the hills is what funds this town's hustle, but surely it doesn't stretch below Cortez Creek itself, or does it? At that moment, you remember the canvas-wrapped parcel in your hand, nearly forgotten in the confusion of that vague exchange. Common sense tells you not to open it here, where there could be thieves hiding in any corner, but your curiosity gets the better of you. Holding it up to the moonlight, you untie the knot. The fabric
It's
falls
gold.
away to reveal a folded piece of parchment and a
big
small
piece
gold
of
nugget.
gold.
Gold. The very thing you came here for. So why does it feel like the start of something much bigger?
Because we ain't leaving this town.
A jolt of awareness snaps you back to your senses, and you quickly pocket the nugget before anyone sees. The gold isn't the prize, you realize. It's the proof, a promise. Her way of proving that her story isn't just a fanciful tale. Her way of telling you that there's more gold out there, waiting, and you've been granted an invitation to claim it. Your heart pounding, you unfold the piece of parchment. Will it contain instructions on how to dig up the rest of the gold? Or a map, perhaps? But as you squint at the paper, your brow furrows. Miller McCabe. SLS. All that glitters.
What is this letter?
You stare at the paper, like you're hoping some pattern might emerge from what looks like 6 very unrelated words. But it doesn't. Perhaps these words are only part of the story. Perhaps the other half lies somewhere in this town, waiting to be discovered. Clutching the paper in one hand and the gold nugget in the other, you head back to the hotel.
Okay, so that's it for the demo. I knew that was going to be it for the demo because it started getting good.
The game ain't even out yet, is it?
No, it is not. Well, that was definitely a very interesting story, and I want more.
Yeah, I want more.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. Santa was lying to us the whole time, and I might have messed up a night. But I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you
on the next video.